Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Broodwar. Pull up a chair, you guys. Get comfy. We've got a little series here for you today. It's gonna be Bisu playing Offrace and Zerg versus NooB here in the top left-hand corner. I'm not sure if this is the real NooB. NooB is a player that is like a tier 1 or tier 2 player. He has managed to make it into the ASL a couple times. He's competed in the KCM as well, but I can't quite put him on the same level as Bisu, but he should be able to give Bisu a good run for his money on his Offrace. So I was taking a look on the ladder, taking a look at seawall.gg, and I found out that recently Bisu has been messing around with random quite a bit, actually. Maybe not just playing random, but switching up the races pretty often. And he played a series versus NooB where he played Zerg every game. So I don't know, we're gonna check it out. We'll see how Bisu is against his race with Zerg. He is famous for having the strongest PvT in the world. It was definitely considered that for a very long time, and may even still be considered that to some. I personally think he's one of the absolute best. Maybe second only to perhaps Mini, maybe Snow. I don't know. Snow is hit and miss sometimes with the PvT, or PvZ, excuse me. Mini seems a little bit more consistent, but Bisu has that legendary status after being at the top of this matchup for so very long. Looks like we've got a gateway first coming here for NooB. Sent a zealot across the map and started his nexus. Here comes that first zealot. We did go for a hatchery first build here as Bisu. So, oh boy, getting caught. Oh, that was a really nice block there. Unfortunate that Bisu didn't click the mineral patch in his main in order to get that drone home, because otherwise, if he did that, the probe wouldn't have been able to block there and he wouldn't have gotten that extra hit. But he killed one drone, and now this has completely evened up. Getting the early hatchery means you have to block this attack without getting or losing a single drone. Otherwise, you might as well have gone for an overpool. And he did lose that drone, so a little bit unfortunate here for Bisu. He's building quite a lot of lings though and sending them directly across the map, so he's putting on some pressure here. The forge is going to finish and we're going to have a cannon starting shortly with one more zealot popping out. Probes are going to be sent to the front line as well. NooB taking this very seriously. He doesn't want to be losing all these zealots and getting a run by happening. Oh, targeting down some of these probes. Pretty good targeting overall for Bisu there. Getting about 3-4 probes, but not able to kill any of these zealots. So now the zealots can start to move out. Oh my god, there's quite a few more lings coming up actually, and speed is now on the way. Switching back into drone production, but I think he's got just barely enough lings, I think, to hold on against this. Some of these zealots are a little bit low, actually just this one. So not really dealing too much damage to the actual zealots, but, you know, evening out that probe count just a little bit. Bringing him down to 22 against the 15 of Bisu. Not half bad. Did cost him a lot of lings, though. And those lings could have been drones, so now he's actually being forced to produce another 3 pairs of lings, 4 actually in production. So he will be able to, I think, surround and kill this zealot force, but forcing out this many lings means he's not going to have the greatest economy going forward. Back in the main base, we have a Hydra's Den on the way. Waiting until enough lings pop out here where Bisu can easily clean this up. Drones are being forced away from the mineral line. Has to make sure not to lose any more of those, because he has lost so many already. Or actually, he's only lost 1, but he's been forced to give up producing drones here for quite a while, just because of that, or because of this early push out forced to make a lot of lings. This zealot will end up going down, but can it make it here into the natural, maybe into the main base before it does? I don't think so. I didn't expect him to get this far even. He spots out how many drones there are here, and I think he has a pretty good idea of what's coming. We don't have a hatchery here. We didn't have a hatchery here. The drone number is very, very low, so I think it's safe to assume that there is a Hydralisk bust incoming. And yeah, we're gonna throw down an extra cannon. Might want to throw down even more than that right now. Just based on what we've seen so far. Stargate is coming up, Citadel as well. Hydras are starting to pop out and head across the map. Still has a good number of lings here. Zealot number is pretty low, only 4 after those 5 were taken down. But critically, NooB got that intel, he got that information, figured out what is coming here, and now he can throw down extra cannons, can start to defend this properly. He's only thrown down a third. I'm a little worried now, actually. You need more than this. Okay, another one going down. He's just adding them on slowly here, I guess. Lings are present. Only 4 Hydras right now. Overlord over here. Need to have this Overlord actually at the natural. The rush really depends on it. The Overlord getting damaged by this Corsair. If he loses this Overlord, things become very complicated. We don't have a Templar Archives just yet, so he wouldn't just be able to pop out a DT. But you don't know that here as Bisu. If you popped out a DT and there was no Overlord, you would be in a lot of trouble. As a Zerg player here, coming forward, the Groove Spine's just about done. +1, likewise, is about to finish up, and I don't think you can get an angle on this without range. That will allow you to stop this upgrade. It will allow you to hit this forge without taking damage from that cannon. Corsair flying around. Looks like he managed to save this Overlord at least. But it does spot out that there's a transition coming here. More hatcheries being thrown down. A lot more Hydras in production though. We're stuck at 22 drones and a lot of Hydras are coming up here. It's going to kill this gateway off. The range is done and he can kind of hit this. Oh, getting just barely in range of that cannon. Does need to move forward just a tad bit, and looks like +1 armor gonna start here. So +1 attack is done. 2 lings are gonna be sacrificed here to hopefully pick off this cannon. Now he can back up and kill the forge probably. Cutting down the forge should be a little bit easier now. It's a lot of cannons though coming up here behind this, so he's not gonna be delayed on his cannons. I think we're gonna see double forge now. No gateway and a pylon. Okay, so no forge on the way. I guess he decides that he has enough cannons here and is not going to need that. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay, this is this. I thought there was another forge upgrading, but it is this one. He cancels that upgrade, and that forge will end up falling. More Hydras being produced here. Finally switching now into some drone production. So he's been at half the drone number of NooB for quite a long time. Finally going to start to increase that. Nice pick off on the Corsair there. And I think he's going to try and get through here. There's a lot of Zealots though, and they have +1 and speed. And this is going to be tough. Storm's about halfway done. Maybe he can hit a timing here. Bisu can with these extra hatches and all this extra production. Maybe he can find a way in here just before the storm finishes. It's going to be very, very tight though, and he kind of has to go now. Not sure what he's waiting on. Gotta go, go, go. He's waiting on maybe another rally of units coming across the map. Hydra's popping from every hatchery. 5 more in production. He has a lot here at the front. No upgrades though. Can he break through? Oh, this storm is gonna finish just in time here. We got a forge upgrading that armor here in the main base now. And we should be seeing a storm. And Bisu thinks he can just bust anything with Hydra, doesn't he? He's about to find out. There's a big storm there on the right and the left. Just holding this back. Zealots take so long to kill, and they're tanking an incredible amount of damage. The moment that they try to jump, or Hydras try to jump on one of these cannons, the Zealots will run forward. You can just see so many Hydras were attacking that Zealot here on the corner. And all the cannons are just firing away, clearing out those Hydras. So many have died. And more are incoming, but now 8 drones in production. Bisu trying to switch out of this this position, trying to switch out of Hydra production, trying to get back into drones, but it's going to be very, very tough. And I've heard a lot of you guys, I've heard your comments before saying that, oh, Zerg is so easy, you can just Hydra bust and it doesn't even matter, just switch into drones and you're going to be fine. I tell you, you have to give something up no matter what you do. Ooh, great storm there on the back, but a good dodge as well. You have to give something up here as the Zerg player, and what that's going to be is, of course, upgrades. Upgrades are not going to be a factor for quite a long time. He is just now starting the +1, and a +1 armor is nearly halfway done already for NooB, so he's going to have a 2 upgrade advantage here when he decides to push out. He's got the production going. We've got a good number of drones now. We don't have a 6th hatch. This is just 5 hatch Hydra play. And of course, we do not have Lurker either. So giving up those 2 things, the upgrades and of course that tech, the Lurker tech, in order to get this early Hydra push, it didn't really do anything, to be honest. It is going to give him a lot of Hydras to fight with now. He targets down the Archon, which is a good target to fire upon there. But is going to lose a few Hydras on the retreat. And what does he have back at home? A lot of Hydras are being produced. He's got a sunken colony. That's a very nicely placed sunken. I'm gonna have to remember that placement, actually. That looks very, very good. But he's just falling back here. I like the movement from Bisu. You can tell he's been practicing this a bit. Moving the Hydras back in small groups rather than all at once. Now he's gonna get a big storm on the face, though. Yeah, all right, good dodge, good dodge. Still, he ate a lot of damage on these overlords. Zealots are still in pretty high number, but this is a good block with the drones as well. Bringing the drones out to fight. You don't often see it, but it can be very strong in these really tight positions when you don't have Storm anymore and there's just pure Zealot. Bringing the drones up to just eat some of that damage to kind of stand in the way of the Zealots and block for the Hydras. Can be pretty good. 1 Templar is running back. It's got just enough energy for 1 more Storm, but I think it's going to get picked off. Yeah, Storm does go down. Hydras eat a lot of that damage, but we do manage to pick off the Templar. And now we've got Dragoons out on the map, and this is where things start to get scary. Okay, 11 mutas on the way. So these 11 mutas are going to be insanely critical. He's going to need all 11 mutas to fly in, kill every single Templar, and then he's gonna have to take a fight with just pure Hydra against Dragoon. If that doesn't work out, Bisu is gonna be dead. He's gonna be in so much trouble. But probably he's gonna die. This is a very strong attack. NooB is coming out with this +2 time, or +1/+1 timing. Coming across the map here, he's got a lot of Zealots. He's got 4 Templar. Ton of Hydras here on this low ground, but the Zealots are already engaging, coming in with the mutas. He's gonna go after these Templar. He gets 2, he gets 3, he gets the third Templar. He gets all 4. All 4 are killed, and he's still got 5 mutas left, but this is still a large force. Where are all the Hydras? Hydras need to come here all together at the same time. I think they've been lagging behind a little bit. Hydras coming up here from the south, but I think there's more Dragoon than there are Hydras, and the Zealots are going to come forward to assist as well. Uh-oh, GG. NooB takes down Bisu in this game number 1. A very nice timing attack there after holding off that bust. I think Bisu going to have to rethink his strategy here for this next game. That bust did not end up working out. Did not pay off for him, and the transitioning back into drones, although some people think that it is possible, against a very strong Protoss player, it's going to be very, very hard to hold that push coming out with the 2 base, 8 gateway push. It's just so many units to deal with, and Bisu was not able to hold. So here we go, game number 2. Guys, I forgot to mention that these were played in July of 2023, just this week. So very, very recent games, and you know as well as I have that Bisu has been playing like an absolute beast in PvZ lately in both the KCM and these ladder matches. But how is his CVP? Well, we're about to find out. We got a little preview there in game number 1, but we've still got more games to come. Here now on Neo Sylphid, and a pylon in the middle of the map. NooB gonna put on that early pressure. And if Bisu does the same game plan as in the last game, he's gonna be in trouble. The 11 hatch does not do well against center 9-9 gate, and that looks like what we're going to see here, with only 9 probes and getting money up to that 150. There it is, 9-9 gate, center gate here. We're gonna have a pylon coming down soon, a couple more probes pumped out, and it's just gonna be straight zealot production from there. This is going to be very, very difficult to hold. And we still don't have that. There it is. Okay, spawning pool is now down. But again, this is going to be incredibly tough. Incredibly tough to hold. This is the main reason I really prefer to go for overpool. Overpool, it just feels way better. In all situations, except for the situation where the Protoss just goes Forge Fast Expand. If they go Forge Fast Expand and you go 11 hatch, you're feeling pretty good as long as they don't cannon rush you. But like for someone like me who just doesn't know all of the positions for cannon rush and exactly how to hold them all off and how to hold off things like this, if you go overpool, you're always going to have some lings in the early game. You're always going to be able to hold on against these kind of funky pressure plays or rush timings that the Protoss player can pull out and try against you. So that's why I prefer it. Now, how is Bisu going to hold this? He's got 4 lings in production, 4 sets of lings, so 8 lings are in production. Oh, drone almost getting picked off there. He's bringing the drones out here to maybe help, maybe build a sunken. Oh, he tried. He tried it. Couldn't build a sunken. Now he's going to build one here to the south of the hatch. He needs to get a sunken up. He's building 2. I don't know if he can actually afford this right now. He's got 3 zealots on top of that sunken and a bunch of drones being pulled. He's going to try and use the drones in conjunction with the lings to try and hold this off. Getting a pretty good surround on some of these zealots. Does a really excellent job, actually, and pulls back the drone at the very last second there. Beautifully done. Really, really stellar play from Bisu. Playing on his Offrace, but just looking great here. Oh! He lost 1 drone. Okay, that's fine. You know what? We take those. We absolutely take those. We've got 2 sunkens, and we've got 2 hatches up. And NooB, I mean, what does he have? He's got 2 gateways in the middle of the map, and how is he gonna... What is he gonna do? He's screwed, I think. I mean, I think, right? We've got a forge coming up, so maybe he can get a cannon in his main mineral line, but not before these lings make it there. You know, after this pylon here, if he can, still constant ling production out of Bisu. He's gonna go ahead and get the extractor. That's because you want to get speed here. Speed is just, it's just so good in these situations because the zealots are gonna be so slow. You can take fights with them, you can run around them, you can do things like counterattacks. Violence coming up here. I think we're gonna have a cannon in the main mineral line as soon as he's got enough money. No, he starts more zealots, so kind of holding back on that for now. He's just gonna continuously produce zealots here and try to go for an attack, and if that doesn't work out, maybe he can try to fall back and make a line of zealots and put a cannon here. But then he's going to lose both gateways in the middle. He's going to be out of production for a while. This is not a good position for NooB, but I'm sure it's a position that he was prepared for when he did this strategy. If you don't do well with the zealots in the early game, then it's bound to happen. So hopefully he has a method of getting himself out of a situation like this. So far, just poking at the front, seeing how many lings are there. It's got a good number of zealots here. The lings are going to come up and possibly take out this pylon. Yeah, that pylon may end up going down. This zealot going to come up and try to stop that from happening. I think he will be able to stop that. Do we have enough lings here? Oh god, we've got more than enough lings here. Yeah, they're gonna come over and try to jump on top of this sunken, and here comes the surround. Bisu gonna jump right on top of this. I'm surprised he didn't come out with the lings before the first sunken went down, but I guess he wanted to bait them in a little bit harder, and bait them in he did. The drones have done a great job of kind of holding this off, or like jumping on top of these zealots and making their life a little bit harder. But they have been cleaned up. They have been cleaned up. And actually, we're going into... We don't have speed. We don't have speed, and we're going into layer. Layer is now done. Are we going to get into a spire now and just try to win through spire play? Because we got cannons. Cannons are here, and a cybernetic score is coming up. Okay, now we're going to start ling speed. I'm shocked by this. I really thought we were going to see speed a lot sooner. Because if you just get speed and a lot of lings, eventually you can overwhelm the 2 gateway production. And then you kill the gateways, and then the Protoss player can't really leave their base. They have to start rebuilding gateways at home. It becomes really a pain. You can get a 3rd base, and you can, you know, do all the tech things that you want. It looks like he's finally gonna do that, basically. Look at how low all these zealots are. Great micro from NooB, keeping a lot of these alive. But eventually we're gonna have enough lings here. Speed is almost done. 3 more sets of lings are coming. We're gonna lose these gateways. There's no question about it. And in NooB, what is he gonna fall back on? I don't think there really is anything. A Stargate gonna come up, but lings can hit this. Lings can hit this from the left-hand side, and you're not gonna be able to save that. NooB fighting here with an insurmountable odds going into Bisu's favor. Just gonna surround all of these zealots and finish them off. We're not gonna have these 2 zealots pop out, it looks like. Maybe they will pop, but no. Once the pylon gets targeted here, these will not finish. He cancels the 2 building zealots and just starts something back at home. He's gonna start +1. All right. I guess. Yeah, why not? Start +1. We've got a cannon on the way here. That's just not enough, man. He's gonna lose the Stargate. Is he gonna cancel it? No, he's not gonna cancel it. The cannon is not gonna finish in time to save this. And he may even lose the gas as well. Look at that. Gas guys are being hit here on the edge of his cannon range. That other cannon's gonna finish up here shortly, though, and start to help out. Now some drones are being produced. We've got mutas. Spire coming up here. We're gonna have mutas soon. Without the Stargate, you're not going to be able to deal with the mutas. All he's going to have is just cannons, and that is it. So he's not going to be able to get out of his base. I think that Bisu has got this, guys. Call me crazy, but I think, yeah, he's going to be able to finish this. All right, saving the gas for another couple of seconds, but running forward, sacking a couple lings, he does kill the gas, which limits, again, the capacity of NooB. Like, what is he going to do with no gas on 1 base? You're just gonna build zealots? Is that it? Just zealots? Zealots, and I guess you're gonna build dragoons and get range. That is interesting. I don't know what to think of that exactly. We've got 1 goon against, this is 12 lings, so yeah, that's a pretty one-sided fight. I'll let you guys figure out who's actually gonna win that. Oh, you're gonna figure it out right now. Here we go. Lings get this around. Good dodging there with the dragoons. So those of you who said that the lings were gonna win, haha, you were wrong. I'm just kidding. Definitely the lings will win that as long as they can get this around and the cannons aren't in range. More gateways are finishing up here, and it's just gonna be straight up goon production. It's gonna be a goon follow-up. I'm skeptical as to whether this can work or not. Oh god, one of the dragoons popped out on the wrong side. Oh man, could it be any worse? What are you gonna do with this goon right now? It's so stuck. I can't get out of here. This is ridiculous. Oh my god, he's trying to micro it so hard. Just go, 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 go. Okay, maybe it's gonna get out of there. It's gonna be a long, long haul, but I think eventually, God. Oh, it found a spot where now it can't move at all. Okay, he's gonna try and bump it. Oh, nice job. There you go, NooB. Attaboy. Getting that goon out of that stuck position. the little prison that it found itself in. Finally managed to escape that. Throws off its shackles, and now it's free to join the Dragoon army to head across the map and try to do something. What it is he expects to do here, I'm not 100% sure, but he's gonna go ahead and try to do it. We've only got 19 drones, so there's really not that much drones, but this is way too many mutas. And with the Lings flanking as well, the mutas just targeting down these Dragoons one at a time. I think this will spell the end for NooB, and he taps out. GG. So we've got a tied up series here, guys, between NooB and Jaedong. That was a little bit of a wild one. I think that... Oh, sorry. Why did I say Jaedong? Oh, damn. It's hard. It's hard to do this off-race thing, man. Casting off-race games. Bisu. Bisu used his drones very, very nicely to hold off this attack. That is difficult to say. Not used to casting Bisu as a Zerg player, but he played excellently against this center gateway style here from NooB. And it cleans up that attack. He responds perfectly here with the Mutalisk transition and the Lings overwhelming those Zealots in the middle of the map and just taking this game down. We're going to jump into game number 3. All right, our next map is going to be Polypoid, I believe. Yes, Polypoid. It's looking like it. Yeah, that looks like a Polypoid base at 12. Could be wrong, but I think it is. Anyway, we've got NooB over here at the bottom right. Not gonna try another center 99 gate again. Might as well try to play out a normal game here. He's got the pylon on high ground, which is nice. The gateway on low ground here. Gonna put on that early gateway pressure. He's looking for the Overlord down here at 6 o'clock. Doesn't see it, so he will go cross map instead. Unfortunately for him, his opponent, Bisu, here in the top right. Throwing down yet again that 11 hatchery play. Seems like he is confident in his drone micro to be able to stop any sort of shenanigans in the early game. We haven't seen a cannon rush, but I'm sure he can hold that off just based on his drone micro in that last game being so on point, helping him so much to deal with that Zealot rush. I think he could probably hold that off. I could be wrong, but spawning pool on the way here. First Zealot is about to pop. Looking like a Nexus about to be thrown down here for NooB, so I'm gonna put on that pressure. Try to take his Nexus at the same time here. We'll need another pylon before he can throw it on the Forge, so that may have to be a consideration. You know, sending the Zealot across, he really doesn't want to end up losing this to any early Lings, because you really can't make this wall and just put Zealots here. You're gonna have to hold on the ramp and try to fight with Zealots. At least you don't have to pylon down here to worry about losing it, but yeah, you're gonna have to sit on the ramp. Coming into the main base, going after a drone. A couple of these drones have been hit once, and one has been hit twice. Just needs one more shot to finish that off. Drone's getting back to mining here. Zealot coming out. Uh-oh. He wanted to do a little harassment there and then get back behind the mineral patches, but unfortunately not able to do so. Getting some of these Lings, but trading out pretty well is Bisu. Bisu, famous for his early game Zealot control, doing pretty well controlling against NooB Zealots and dealing with them in an efficient manner. Gonna get behind these. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful there. Pulling back that Ling just in time to prevent that from going down. Taking the minimum amount of damage here and getting the maximum result. And look at that, NooB not covering his natural ramp here. Like I was saying earlier, you need something on that ramp because you don't have this you don't have this this covered, right? You gotta keep something on there so that the lings can't get into your main. And now we've got lings in the main, and these are Bisu lings. Let's see how Bisu lings do in the main of NooB. We've seen players like Jaedong, players like Queen, able to just ravage a Protoss player, even with just a few lings, able to continuously outrun this Zealot and eventually snipe off a little drone damage here, a little drone damage, or a little probe damage here, a little probe damage there, and force the probes to not mine efficiently, you know, push them off of gas, make them all clump up on a single patch for safety, and just continuously annoy the Protoss player over and over again until the end of time, until eventually we can get like a Dragoon out or a cannon in the mineral line to stop that. We don't have a cannon here just yet. Cannon is just now coming up, and 4 Zealots are moving across the map. This is one thing that I find very difficult, is doing this micro with the lings at the same time hitting all of my macro back at home and making sure I'm watching when the Zealots are moving out and then having the right number of units. But it appears that Bisu is doing it correctly here. He's got some Hydras out now. He's got some lings. I'm gonna bring the oh, he lost that Hydra. That's unfortunate. You do not want to be losing Hydra in this situation. You want to be trading lings for Zealots and keeping that Hydra number high. Oh, he lost that one Hydra too. That's unfortunate. Truly, truly unfortunate. And during that, he lost his lings. That is completely understandable. I would have lost my lings as well. A little bit too much going on at that at the third base here. So yeah, you're not going to be able to keep all of that going and keep your lings alive in the main. So he's coming up now with this Hydraless bust. I don't think it's a full commitment. There are a lot of Hydras out right now, but we've got more drones in the production tab. We've got a hatchery here in the natural. We're gonna have more hatcheries coming down here shortly. This seems like game number 1, very similar to game number 1, except we're not having as much of a commitment from Bisu, and I think we're just gonna see this range finish up. He may be able to hit. Oh no 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 no! Oh, that's a bit disappointing. Losing the Hydra there at the front. You really want this DPS because the Forge is gonna is gonna finish that upgrade soon. Upgrade's done. Is he gonna get in range here? Oh god! Another Hydra goes down for free. A little bit of mistakes here from Bisu. Understandable though. He's not a Zerg player. He's gonna get in range here, and the Zealots are gonna come out and push this back. This is kind of the dance that you have to do here as a Protoss to make sure that you don't lose this upgrade here. And it looks like he will be able to finish that upgrade. Maybe just gonna lose the gateway, possibly. Gateway may end up going down. Maybe the Forge can go down as well, but it's gonna finish that upgrade first. We've got a Corsair with 0 kills flying around. Again, with this evolution chamber. I think this is placed a little bit off, maybe? I feel like it was placed right there last time, but I'm not sure. And then the sunken was right there. I tend to find if the sunken is away from the gas geyser, it works a little bit better. Like, the drones have no problem walking around, but they have problem when they can't pop out in the right place. Okay, this is... I don't know about this. I feel like the drones are gonna have to go all the way around this now, which is not good. If you put this one hex... Okay, I'm getting a little bit too deep in the weeds here, guys. I don't think anybody wants to hear about the building positioning from the Zerg player. But it is just something that's interesting to me because I do play this matchup so much on the ladder. I hardly ever get to play against Terran players, and that's probably why it's my worst matchup, but I play like an incredible amount against Protoss because there's just so many Protoss on the ladder, especially at B rank. There's just an incredible number of them, and they all have weird strategies, but I digress. We've got these Zealots heading out across the map. They do have that +1. They're going to be heading straight towards this natural. Hopefully there's enough in defensive position here. And it appears that there is, but he's got to get in front of this. He's got to get in this little corner here, pulling out the drones. in order to fight. Hydra's coming up from both sides. Gonna get on top of these. It's very hard to click on any of these drones to snipe them down underneath the overlords here. So perfect defense from Bisu. I don't think these 2 sunken colonies are necessary. I think you only need 1, maybe even not even 1. Just focus on Hydra's production. But he did build those 2 sunkens, and they did help out with that attack. Now falling back here, doing a pretty good job. Oh, that's really weird. Right-clicking a Hydra feels very strange. Look at how they walk. It's like in sort of short bursts, jumping forward. Well, not very good on the eyes. I apologize for that, guys. Doing a good job of kiting these zealots, falling back with just small groups, but we have a bunch of Mutalisks on the field now. It feels like Bisu favors these Mutalisks, but he hasn't done a great job with them so far. We'll see how he does right now. He's going to be building just a few Mutas, and this is the benefit of having Mutas, guys, is not that you're going to kill a lot of probes, or that you're going to kill a lot of Templar, or that you're going to kill a lot of Zealots. The benefit is that now you're not going to be attacked for quite some time. The Protoss has to fall back, and oh, he's actually going to dive here in the main. Ooh, and I don't see a Corsair. We have 1 Archon here. That can do a lot of damage. It actually got 2 hits off. And the Mutas are a bit low. The Archon actually can't get back here, and he's going to force away the probes here. And what I was trying to say before this all happened is that the big benefit here of having these Mutas out, oh god, aside from snipes, oh, he's gonna get 1 Templar. He might get another Templar as well. Oh man, 2 Templar. Oh, this is so good for Bisu. Behind this, you can see his drone count is exploding. 47 drones. That's what I was trying to say over and over again there, was that you can drone up like crazy behind this, because the Protoss player can't really attack you right now. Mutas are just going to shred the Zealots, and they can't really do anything about it. You need some anti-air, whether that's going to be a bunch of Archons, or if that's going to be a big group of Corsairs. It's up to you, but oh god, NooB not getting to work here. And now the Mutas are going to come right back in for another attack. He's going to kill a ton more probes. I think NooB is just dead at this point. Bisu's done a great job at just killing everything in the main base. And this attack from NooB, although it's strong, it does not have Templar. And look at the defensive position right now. Oh my gosh, you are not getting in there with Zealots, my friend. The Zealots here are gonna just get eaten alive. The Archon gets a pretty decent shot off on these Mutas, but the Hydra number is just a little bit too high, and they can keep being produced. We've got Sunkens here in the natural, and this is kind of a last-ditch effort for NooB. He's only got 27 workers right now. He is in such a bad spot. Hydras are gonna come out and start to really clean this up. Mutas can chase everything down as well. You can't really escape from the Mutalisk army. It will just track you down. And actually, NooB didn't build any cannons back at home. So Mutas are going to fly in here. All the probes are going to die. And we're probably going to see a tap out as Bisu sends waves of Hydras towards the natural. We don't have any Templar. GG is called. And NooB taps out Bisu, showing us some stellar play on his Offrace, proving that his Zerg is incredibly strong. Now, I don't know what Bisu's plans are for the future, whether he's going to, you know, play random in the future or not. It feels like the precedent has been set, though, by Flash, that's something you can absolutely do. I don't know what the plan is or what the reason is for playing random. I feel like it's perhaps it's just for fun, you know, just to show that it can be done. But, you know, Flash showed that indeed it can be done, and maybe Bisu wants to try the same. That would be super, super cool to see multiple people playing random in an ASL run. Not sure if that's what Bisu's plan is. Maybe he's just practicing so that he can get a better understanding of this matchup from the other side, so that he can do do better Zerg versus Protoss. I'm not sure about that, but it does have to be mentioned. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this match. Shout out to the Patreon supporters. That is it for your daily dose of Broodwar, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.